Happy Saturday, guys. Welcome. It is finally time for the Yoruichi guide, so let's get right into it. For Yoruichi's first ability, Thunder, it connects with the first and second light as well as the fourth and fifth light. Connects with all three heavies, the first and second down tilt as well as a charged up tilt. If you want to land it on the charged down tilt, just jump, hit light, and then go ahead and use it. For her second ability, Pummel, it connects with the third, fourth, and fifth light. It connects with the third heavy only, the first down tilt. A charged down tilt, just do the same thing as you did before. Jump, hit light, then use the ability. And same with the up tilt. You want to jump, press light, and use an ability. You can land it with just a normal up tilt. However, the timing is very tricky, and you're most likely going to miss it. You can also land this as well on the sixth light if they are close enough to the wall. This is very situational. Only go for this if you're sure it's gonna hit. For her third ability, Senka, it connects with all of the lights except for her sixth light. You do need to partly charge it on the fourth light. It connects with all three heavies. You need to partly charge it on the third heavy. Connects with the first two down tilts as well as if you do a half charge up tilt, that will connect as well. A fully charged down tilt, you just jump, time it perfectly, and you will get it. And it connects with the fully charged up tilt as well. For the charged up tilt, you can just run up and do it if you would like. For her ultimate, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it. It connects with all of the lights, all of the heavies, as well as all of the down tilts. If you half charge your first up tilt, it will connect. It also connects with the fully charged down tilt as well as the fully charged up tilt. Okay guys, some extra information and tips on all of her abilities. Thunder is probably arguably one of her most fun, best abilities. It is a 1-bar ability with very short range. If you hold it, it will go into a slam on the ground, you can call it. But if you just use the first part, you can cancel it into lights into the air. You can cancel it into just a heavy, or my favorite thing, if you've seen me do it plenty of times, is to dash with the L1 button and then go into it, hit light, and then just keep going into this. This is probably her strongest tool right now. If an enemy is awakened, it is so good just to waste that time. They cannot escape. They can't even escape if they have red meter for their awakening. The only thing they can do is high speed counter that right there, that little light charge right there. So L1 for the dash, light, use it again, dash, light, use it again, dash, light, use it again. It is such a good ability. You can use it assist right there as well if you want to connect something. It's just, oh man, it's so good. For her second ability, it is a 2-bar ability. However, if you are not in range when you use this ability, it will not take 2 bars. It does give you the animation, but it will not go off. As well as you can use this in the air, and I did forget to mention you can use this ability in the air as well, but that should have been a little clearer as you saw before. If you get into range, it will use the 2 bars, and as you can see right there, it does also guard break. Other things you can do after the ability lands, some of my favorite things to do is to just fully charge the light button. Right when they get up, they will get hit if they are guarding. It will also guard break them, in which you can go to another combo. You can also instant transmission, but I'll probably miss it right here. Let's go ahead and see. I landed great. You can do that as well as use the third ability, which of course we'll talk about when the third ability comes. And you can use it right after here. And of course, then hold light or something after to do something. We'll talk about that during the third ability though as well. For her third ability, it is a 1-bar ability that you can actually just press, or if you want to half charge it or charge it a little bit, it will shoot 3 and hit multiple characters. If you want to charge it fully, no matter where the opponent is on the map, it will connect. They can guard this though, it won't go through. If you would like to actually grab tech, so let's say you are charging this fully and the opponent dashes up and is trying to grab you, you can actually just mash circle and it will work to grab tech. Now, the only downfall about this is, why do that when they're, if you see them dashing at you, you should just let this go, right? It will hit them if they try and grab regardless. So that is just one quick tip. If you do use it and you time it right, you can jump after and do whatever you would like. If you want to jump and do lights, you can. If you want to jump in heavy, you can. If you want to jump and use the first ability, you can. Go into lights, use the first ability again. There's so many things we can do after that jump. I'm not going to do all of it, but go explore, find your favorite routes. The most important thing to note though is if you do this jump, you can land a second one and it does great damage, and you can land ultimate after. So it is very useful. What I like to do is actually sometimes dash after here and then hit right here and go into the first ability maybe. That is something I like to do, but feel free to explore for yourselves. Quickly going over what abilities are safe. If you fully charge this ability is not safe. However, if you really want, all you got to do is just go into lights and then you are completely safe. It turns into a 50-50, but you are actually plus on this most of the time. This ability is not safe whatsoever if they sidestep it. This ability, the third ability, is actually wonderfully safe. It's actually kind of insane. If we go back to season 1 Deku, it's basically the same thing with Delaware. If you are in the air and you just use it, just keep using it until you feel like you are safe, or maybe even charge it, maybe try and get him to move or something, but you are safe in the air as long as you have enough to like get down. Maybe you're just waiting for the assist, call the assist, come down, and then you are good. The ultimate, of course, is not safe as well. So speaking of the ultimate, the abilities that connect within the ultimate are the first one. As long as you dash in light, you can ult right after, or if you just want to heavy right after, you can dash in heavy if you want. So just heavy and ultimate, it will work. The ultimate does connect with the second ability as long as you have an extra bar for the third ability, so you got to use the third ability here and then ult. It looks like it's gonna drop, but it doesn't. It does connect, and then you can just also go with the classic third ability into ultimate, as well as just using the third ability once and then just going into an ultimate. Okay guys, getting into the grab string, of course the second light is the fastest. The third light comes by just a little bit slower after that. The fourth light is actually the knives, in which you can actually delay them a bit. I actually did too many lights there, sorry. You can grab, it's a little bit slower but not too bad, and then the cartwheel comes after that, in which it's the slowest, but it's not as slow as, you know, Hiei after the third light, which is just still surprising to me. If we want to do all the lights all the way through, of course it is the slowest right here. Never want to do that. What I'd expect actually people to do is, a lot of people like to vanish after the knives and then finish with the cartwheel. If your opponent is expecting that, you know, you can just do the knives and then grab. A lot of people, it's a little good mix. I've done it a couple times offline, and it's worked like a charm, so very good. Now, Yoruichi does have a grab ult. It is escapable as well, and if you actually delay it enough, you can call an assist right after. So if I want to actually delay this as much as I can, as you can see, Piccolo does come out. I do not know if Piccolo actually connects after this. I think he's one of the assists that don't. He takes too long to charge, but if you have the right assist, this will work. And as well as everyone keeps telling me that after the grab here, you can land a up tilt, and you can. It is very difficult though. You have to use an assist to actually continue the combo. So my tip for you when you do this goes as such. You need to actually light and then start the up tilt. So you actually press square and then you have to do the up tilt. You do have to wait till Yoruichi kind of stops moving in the grab formation, and then you can do this. It is very difficult. Practice the timing. Press square right now and then up tilt, and then of course you can call in an assist and try and connect it after. The timing is very difficult. It's very hard, but if you practice enough, you can get it. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't think you know how long I've been sitting here trying to do that. As you can see, you can do it with down tilts as well, but the timing is so different and so difficult. At least I think it's difficult right now. Oh, we did it. Okay, we did it. We did it twice now. Oh my gosh, guys. This character has so much to it. This guy's gonna be so long, but you can do 2 down tilts after, but the timing is, wow, I did it twice in a row, but now I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it again. I recommend practicing the down tilts only because if you don't have the assist up, it is just better to do the 2 down tilts so you can convert off of it. Moving over maps, just to showcase her stage transition, she can do it after the 4th and 5th light. This is when you want to do it if you want to stage transition. Getting into her Vanish String, she only has 2 in her light combo, the one after the knives and the one after the cartwheel. So if you don't know what this is, a Vanish combo is when you during the combo you can vanish and then continue the combo after you vanish. So to do this, of course, you press just X or I believe A on Xbox, and then you vanish and then press square again to continue the combo. So after the knives, vanish, after the cartwheel, vanish, and you can launch them into the air like that. Now the sad thing is, of course, the launch, usually characters like Goku has this. You can usually use an ability after the launch, but Yoruichi does not have this. In this case, if you are close to a wall, you might be able to land that, but you're gonna have to call an assist to do anything fancy like that. For her heavy, she can only do it after the 2nd heavy, so vanish after the 2nd heavy, then continue the 3rd by pressing the heavy button. Now it might actually look like she can do it after the 1st heavy, and she technically can. However, if the opponent is blocking, we will not be able to do this. However, because of this, it's a very good reset option for us. So if we try and vanish and go into it, as you can see, he can block. But for future references, this is going to be a very nice thing to have because of just the fact that she can just do so much with this little stand reset right there. Surprisingly, that's actually it for her Vanish combos. Usually we have them where the lights or the heavies barely nick them, in which we can like vanish and maybe go for a little reset with the down tilt or up tilt. We don't actually need that, so that's great. So we can go straight to her Vanish Strings, and if you don't know what that is, it's where you vanish, dash, and then continue with whatever you would like. So Yoruichi has this on her knives just like last time. So her 1st light, I would recommend going into heavies after this. If we go into lights after this, the opponent will white out right there, as you see. Now that is technically the only one that she can do for her lights, but there are times where she can hit after as they get up. So her 2nd one, if you want to vanish dash, she can hit right there, but most of the time the opponent will sidestep it or guard. The only option I can see for is if they're guarding, so I'm just gonna go ahead and guard break, is you can just grab right after. So if you vanish dash and they're guarding, you can actually just grab, and then of course you can try and go for those up tilts or down tilts. I recommend at least trying for it, there's no harm. But this isn't really something that's like confirmed, so if you're going for this, you can try it. Maybe you want to like move around to try and bait out them if they're doing, I don't know, just play around with it. I wouldn't recommend going for it. It's not necessarily the best thing to do. Moving on to her heavies, she actually has it after the 2nd heavy, so vanish dash and you can land it. She also has it after the 3rd heavy, and the best part about this is we can just go straight into other heavies. We don't need to vanish dash light into a heavy, right? Because if we do a light, he's gonna white out faster. So of course you can do a light if you feel more comfortable. We actually got a little bit of a reset there by doing that light, but as you saw, he whites out faster. All right, guys, the really cool thing about her heavy Vanish String is that, remember when I said that during the Vanish combo with her heavies that she could not connect the 1st into the 2nd one? Well, if you do the Vanish String, so we're just gonna do 3 heavies, vanish dash, I can do 1 heavy, vanish into the 2nd heavy, and then it actually connects, right? And that's only because we did the vanish dash. So you just look like a god when you're doing all these movements and stuff. The point, member, of Vanish combos is to keep you safe if the enemy escapes supers or is trying to just escape ultimate. Vanish Strings are for when you're just actually trying to get more damage. It is not a safe thing to do. However, most of the time I will be doing this because I love going for those high mix-up damage combos. Alright guys, getting into her Vanish mix-ups, I'm actually super excited about her 2nd light because it is so good. I thought it would hurt because it's so slow, but it's actually helping. So on your screen right now, as you can see, on her 2nd light, if we vanish and the opponent is trying to spam grab or grab tech, he actually whiffs us because it is so slow. Normally, if the opponent vanishes fast enough, the grab will actually grab them even if they're in the middle of a vanish or right after the vanish. But in our case, because it's so slow, it just goes right through us and we're able to grab right after, or maybe even punish with lights or heavies or super after. Now if they're not spamming grab or trying to grab tech, if they just backstep once, they are safe from this because the vanish is so slow. But if they double backstep, of course you can just vanish dash at them, or just vanish and then just straight up dash depending on how slow they double backstep. Me right here, I mess up on the vanish dash because I am using 2 controllers in this showcase right here, and I couldn't just get the vanish dash fast enough. Now sometimes what I like to do is actually challenge my opponent if I think they're gonna vanish by smashing square or waiting a bit then smashing square, because sometimes the tracking doesn't work. But if your opponent does try and challenge you, it just goes right through you, and feel free to punish with the super, lights, or just dash at them and do whatever you need to do, but it goes right through you. The second light into a vanish during this mix-up opportunity is such a good idea. You need to do it. Now the other time you can vanish during mix-ups is on her 4th light, or aka the knives, when she throws them. Now you cannot do the same thing as the second light, and here's an example why. Goku can either grab you, or if you just mash grab, you could probably grab tech, and he can actually punish you if he is mashing square to hit you after the vanish. So that's why that second light is so unique and so good. Now what you really want to do after this is vanish away after the knives and then continue with a light. The cartwheel has so much tracking and so much range that doing it is just not doing it is almost just a crime. So this will catch people that try and grab tech you, it will catch side steps, and it will catch back steps depending on where you vanish. So if I vanish away like this and he back steps, that might not catch him. Double back steps, it will not catch as well, but every single side step it will catch. If they call out an assist, though, however, as a sidestep, it will hit you, so it's not entirely in a safe move. But if they don't have an assist and they just sidestep, grab tech, or even jump, it should hit them regardless. For her heavies, they are not the best, they're not the worst, they're pretty much average. Now what we never want to do is just vanish in place like this on any of the heavies. You will get grabbed out of them and you will get mashed out. It does not work like the second light. The second light is unique. Now what we want to do, there's not really much opportunity for this. We can always vanish and dash and grab. What's really good about this is normally on these vanish dash grabs, we have to move up a bit and then grab. Yoruichi does not need to do that. Her hit stun is not that great, so we can just grab right away. It's super helpful. Now what I'd really recommend is do whatever mini lights as you want and then vanish back and just kind of wait to see what your opponent does and try and punish it. There's not much we can do. If we just vanish dash, they can easily sidestep it. They know what's coming. There's not much we want to do. I mean, the other thing you can do is vanish dash, then jump, maybe catch them on the back step, but most people will react by sidestepping this dash right here, which is possible to do. Now the only other thing that you can do is, let's say you are doing lights and you're like, oh man, I missed my chance to do the 2 light vanish thing. Well, if you go into the heavies or any other light and you want to do the infinite, and what the infinite is basically a down tilt and a half charge up tilt. Now what this does, it basically keeps your opponent blocking. So if I do 2 heavies, down tilt, up tilt, you just keep going, you keep hitting them. Now this is a standard infinite. Almost every character has these. I think Kenshin is like the only one that might not have these. You can do this anytime, so if I want to do it on the 3rd light, just down tilt, half charge, up tilt, and I'm good. The only way your opponent can escape from this is if they block escape. Now remember what I'm saying, this is really just if you want to annoy the opponent or just trying to bait out their escape or something, or trying to stall for your stamina to come back. Now, like I said before, if you just want to, like, you missed the opportunity for the second light vanish mix up, you just do the infinite and then you can just continue with lights again and hopefully you get your second chance. Okay guys, before we get into the combos, I just want to show you what her like brawler kind of feel is. Her first heavy is so good at the restands, like we talked about before, that you can just do so many things. Like if I just want to do a light combo and I just want to vanish after the first heavy, you see he restands. So if I just want to just keep making him restand like this, I can. So look, restand, I can jump maybe if he's trying to spam square to get a high speed counter. I can go into lights again, maybe I don't want to keep going. I could always just do 1 heavy and then 2 lights again, 1 heavy, 2 lights again. Like, just kind of, you gotta adapt to what he's gonna do after this resets. Now he might just stay guarding and then you just go into a mix-up, but this is just kind of what you want to play around with. You can also just go straight into the Vanish combo like we talked about earlier. Eventually, most of the time, he might white out, so you got to be careful for that. But just play around with it. Very good. You can really annoy your opponent into just forcing their escape or just, you know, escape supering and just baiting out a lot of stuff. All right, guys, for the combos, I'm just gonna show you the standard stuff you're probably gonna see with Yoruichi, but I'll show you, of course, the big damage combos with some resets. So, of course, most Yoruichis you're gonna see do 3 heavies into that move, and then maybe use the thunder after into an assist, and then if they have the bar for it, call in 2 more thunders. All right, that's kind of a standard combo. Good at 60%. I'm gonna do it one more time. So 3 heavies into pummel here. Gonna use the third ability after this into whatever assist you want that connects. I like Piccolo. It connects. You can even charge a little bar here. Use it, jump, use it again. And if you want to actually hold and charge your light, you can. So remember, if you jump and you hold square, I messed up right there for some reason. It will connect, and you can go into that. You can also, of course, I think we've been over it, but I'm just going to go over it one more time. You can half charge it and hit the ground and go into lights if you want, depending on how many times you've already hit them. Other routes you can go, of course, you can do 3 heavies into this, fully charge it, and then maybe call an assist out. You can use this as well after, and then go into it. The combos are always really simple. It's really about trying to figure out how to use the abilities to maximize the damage, and I'm going to show you right here, right now. Now, if you ever get a guard break off, you want to start it off with 3 heavies because you can just vanish dash into 3 more heavies. And we're gonna use this move right here, do 3 lights after that, and then use pummel to go for a reset here. And we're gonna get big damage here because we continue the combo how we would, and we can use it again. Coming down with the heavy, and he'll white out eventually. There we go. That is a 80 or 75% combo unawakened. Now that is 5 bars, very expensive, and it does involve a reset. Now if you missed it, if it was too quick for you, or I just didn't explain it enough, that's probably the third one. You're gonna do this route right here. When you use the first ability, you're gonna cancel it into lights, do 3 lights, then use pummel. As you can see, they get a chance to guard or sidestep, and it causes a reset. Now of course you can go into this again, and maybe you don't want to, you know, let them go to the ground. You want to build some bar back up. We build 2 bars back up, and still the same damage. Such a great combo, and I'm gonna show you it awakened. All right, guys, awakened. You want to do the same thing. Of course, this only evolves if you actually get a guard break on your opponent. So here we go. Same route. Same thing. Go first ability. Do 3 lights here. Cancel into the pummel. As soon as this ends, use your thunder and assist. We can walk up and we can do this again and then just ult. Now as you can see, it is a 100% combo. It is a reset. Now here's the thing, people will know what you're going for if they can react fast enough, so they can sidestep that reset. It's not that hard to, but it is an option, and you might be able to catch some people off guard with it. Now, before I move on to show you another reset, and it is just the Piccolo reset we saw earlier, you got to be very careful that you do start the combo with heavies because they will white out if you do this route normally. So watch how I added that extra 1 light there to start the combo. He will white out right there. So we got to be careful that it starts with heavies. If the connection is bad, it won't work, but you can still do this combo with just these first 3 heavies. You don't need to do this Vanish String combo into it. But if you want to go for the big damage, you do this. All right, so just a quick tip, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you the Piccolo reset. I guess we can do it right here if I timed it. Okay, I didn't time it right, but let me go ahead and show you guys right now. So let's say your opponent is catching on and they are guarding or sidestepping that. We can actually just do 3 heavies, or you can do 3 heavies, Vanish String into 3 more heavies into this. We're gonna use thunder, but we're gonna time Piccolo a little different here. 1 heavy, fully charged down tilt, and if they're guarding, then they get hit again, and then we can go into whatever we want. I'm just gonna do this into an ultimate, and it's still 100%. It's still a reset, of course. They might not fall for it. If they try and sidestep, you can half charge the down tilt. It's not a big thinker, not hard to do. So let me just show you again. Let's just start it off right here so we don't have to wait that long. Timing Piccolo, you just gotta practice it. Kind of like right after it hits. Even then I even then I miss. Okay, let me do the half charge down tilt, and even remember guys, they will get their stamina back at this point. So if I try and half charge it, they will be able to guard it, but then I just go into a mix of whatever I want, right? So that is another reset you could go for. I do think you should go for the 3 lights into this. A lot of people know about it, but it's still hard to react to, and it kind of just slips your mind. You never know, you never know. So guys, that is the 100% combo, and let me think if that's the end of the guide here real fast. Oh guys, I did forget to show you that I did mention earlier that if you do not want to start the combo off with heavies, it's okay to do the lights. However, you just can't, or sorry, you won't get the big damage that you tried to get before. So what I'm trying to say is if you don't want to do the 3 heavy Vanish String into 3 more heavies, you can just do the lights into 3 heavies, then just kind of follow the same route. It still does amazing damage if the reset hits. It's not going to be 100%, but what are the odds that you ever are gonna constantly land the 100%, right? You just want to go for consistency, and look, I guess that was 100% regardless. So there you guys go. I am forgetting one other thing real fast though. Before I let you guys go, there is something super fun you can do with Yoruichi, and I'm gonna test this out. I might have a little montage at the end of this, certain stuff. But give credits to Fu. He actually did it to us in a video earlier. Most of you have probably already seen it. What you need to do is 3 lights into her 3rd ability, jump, and then dash with the L1. And look, you can just stay so high in the sky. You can charge it. You can just keep spamming it. Now, of course, stuff like Goku's Meteor Rush or Spirit Breaker for Vegeta, anything that can like dash at your character and hit you will hit you. But I'm excited to see what ultimates this might be able to miss. You can call Piccolo, like your assist down there. You can literally just stay up here for days as long as you have the bar and the charge if you want. But you gotta be careful. You can get hit, like I said earlier, with people that can just dash at wherever you are and hit you. That is it, guys. That is the end of the Yoruichi guide. This one took quite a long time, even though it's a little shorter than our standard guide. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I missed anything, please leave it down in the comments. I always miss something. And that's I said I was a little burnt out of her yesterday, but doing the guide and labbing with her again, I kind of want to go back and do all this stuff. But for now, that is the only video today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have a great weekend, a great Saturday. Sunday, AOT episode coming out tomorrow. I'm hyped. See you guys later. I might have a little montage after this to see what ultimates you can dodge with that little super high jump. If not, this is the end of the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.